Good morning and welcome to yet another exciting episode of Trendz Travel, where we explore all things lifestyle in idyllic destinations. On the show this week, we take a short left to explore the Cango caves in Oudtshoorn. We check out some of the top restaurants in Jozi selected by the Eat Out Award judges. Then, we explore a vibrant arts center in the heart of Kigali, Rwanda.
We took a scenic drive to Oudtshoorn, the land of the ostrich, and landed at the Cango caves. This rock formation, the biggest show cave system in Africa and described as one of the great natural wonders of the world, has been around for over 20 million years. Consisting of different chambers, the visitors have many options of either taking an easy stroll or the adventure, where you squeeze in between tiny passages. Akaya, thank you so much for welcoming us. I understand we are in the region of the Klein Karoo, and right now we are inside the Cango caves. If you could maybe give us a bit of a background of the caves and how they came about and how they were discovered.
Well, it's us off by the Sand people, which are the first custodian of this land. So they used the cave for more than 75,000 years, and they left about 250 years ago. That's when they had a conflict with the European settlers. Basically, the whole system, it was chemically eroded by water, but due to climate change, slowly but surely the water started off by draining down. We took like thousands and even millions of years to do so. So in this whole system, it's actually about 20 million years old.
Okay, so let's talk about the temperature conditions. How does it feel inside the cave? For someone that's never been here, what should they expect?
Well, most of the time people tend to have assume that inside the cave is mostly cold.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the area where the cave is situated, like you said, it's a karoo, so it's like a semi-desert area. So unfortunately, the cave doesn't get enough rain, so meaning the temperature is constant. It's 18, 20 degrees throughout the year, all year round. Winter, summer, January till December. But as you can say, it's very, very, very humid inside here.
Okay. Any exciting features?
Well, basically, like most caves, we also have like the well-known stalactites from the ceiling, stalagmites from the ground, but then of course we also have a column where they actually finally do collide. As you can see that one right over there. It's about 12, 14 meters in height, say about 270,000 years of age. Also nicknamed as the Leaning Tower of Pisa, because that's one of the things we enjoy doing here, imagination. But then of course, we got the mother of all the formations, meaning this is the oldest dated one. It's about 1.5 million years of age, nicknamed as those petrified weeping willow trees that you see when you drive here to the caves.
All right. So when it grows and like if they co-join there at that meeting point, what then happens? Does it stop growing or does it break away and start again?
But unfortunately, since it's quite a dry cave, most of the formation does stop from growing. Otherwise, if they were still active, as they finally meet, finally form columns, as you can see right there in the middle, they start to grow wider and wider and wider, and they just start by cracking, as you can see there on top. And then unfortunately, some of the formations, they collapsed due to that. But in this case, that's not going to happen, because I always tell people, look at this as almost like cement, but a dried out cement. So it's actually quite strong and it's quite solid. So chances of that to happen, according to the scientists, it's 0.5%.
South Africa truly is a majestic country.
Situated in a tranquil neighborhood in Johannesburg, arriving at this restaurant feels like coming home, and walking in becomes evidence to its selection as a star nominee eating space.
So what is it about this restaurant that made you qualify on the Eat Out list?
There's a lot of small things that go on behind the scenes that go into making it is what it is today, and they all add up and create this experience that we wanted to portray. And I think just the general atmosphere. We've worked very hard to create an atmosphere that is just comfortable for everyone to enjoy.
How do you describe culinary excellence?
I think culinary excellence goes beyond just making food. So it's all about the experience that you can create for people through food. I mean, people socialize and connect over food. So how can you take that experience to the next level, to an extent that people wouldn't be able to do it for themselves, but also introduce them to new flavors and dishes that they normally wouldn't have come across.
Chef Voyo, what is your responsibility in a space like this?
I am the head chef at Acid, and I run the kitchen, basically.
What sort of treats do you have in your kitchen?
So we have a lot of treats, to be honest with you. We have a small menu, but everything is just like flavorful and tasty.
How much creativity goes into the making of your food, and what sort of things do you look out for to tease our taste buds?
It takes a lot of time and effort just to make sure that everything tastes nice, also looks simple, and yeah, it's pretty much focusing on like small details and making sure that everything is perfect for our guests. I don't see myself doing anything else apart from this. I mean, whenever I'm having a bad day or anything like that, my safe space has always been in the kitchen from a young age.
What do you think it is about your meals that makes me want to rush back?
It's flavor. We are not shy on flavors. Literally all our dishes are just like based on like making sure that like they're flavorful, they're tasty, whether it's a funky taste, whether it's like spicy. So we've had these for a while and people love them. We can't not serve them.
It's no wonder Chief Judge Abigail and her colleagues were thrilled about this culinary gem.
My background in the industry is my love affair for food, and I am the chief judge for Eat Out. It is a breath of fresh air. Particularly, it's run by 3 fantastic dynamic females, from wine to the kitchen to the service. And Thai food on a plate, but just elevated Thai food. It's not your normal pad Thai and noodles. It's just really caring for the ingredients. The flavor it just pops. It just explodes on the plate. And then it's just this small dynamic little wine bar in Parkhurst, in Quagle Park. And the wine list is incredible. You can go and sit and have a little bowl of olives and go through a beautiful pairing of wine as well. With a small kitchen, I think if it's precise and you've got a simple menu, which I really adore as a trend, a simple menu sometimes, that you can be focused and you can deliver that food that you want to deliver.
What kind of special things or activities happen at this place?
We do a lot of wine bar takeovers where we get some winemakers to come in and just explain more about their wines and showcase their wines a bit more. We are a food and wine bar, so the wine is a very big focus for us. So we specialize in a lot of natural wines by small producers, marginalized producers, people you normally wouldn't come across. And we serve almost everything by the glass. So if you don't want to have a whole bottle of something that you've never had before, you can just have a glass and experiment with that. And then First Thursdays is obviously related to the art as well, as we always have an art exhibition in the space that showcases young artists. Our staff's work ethic has definitely contributed to where we are, considering we're about to celebrate a year of being open, so we're still babies in the business.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, they've all stuck through this with us.
So, as Gemma said, it's only a year old, but already it's made it to a list of star quality restaurants and bar places. Now that's a good start. Chilled and designed to satisfy food lovers who crave a different and unique dining experience. And as we wonder how their competitors, other restaurants, will fare at the awards, we wish all of them the best. From the outside, you're drawn to the entrance by the aroma of tempting flavors. This restaurant with a catchy name is a hidden gem in a plush area.
I am the restaurant general manager. That means that I take care of the staff, I take care of the restaurant, and most importantly, making sure that service is on point. And making sure that from what we serve in the kitchen, food, presentability and everything is on point.
What is your definition of great culinary?
Great culinary comes from a really good combination of flavors. whether it's simple or it's very experimental or it's very exotic. But if people in the culinary industry, especially the chefs, can be able to put out a great plate of food that is got wonderful complexity but still remains simple, which it also be accessible to the clients, then that is great culinary service. And also just being hospitable as a diner, it actually just brings the simplicity of dining out into it. So, you know, from the table settings that we have, you know, nothing hectic, nothing, you know, over the top. From the service that we have, we want to be very simple and engage with our clients. Our food is designed in such a way that people can taste more flavors by simply sharing. So that is what we want, you know, to bring in or to show our people, to say, this is what we stand out for. We want to bring simplicity into dining. We want to bring fun into dining. We want to bring energy into dining. And also it means pairing up with great drinks, right? So actually just doing a combined offering of great food, great service, great drinks, great personalities in the restaurant.
Right, those similar sliders now, guys.
Chef Ebi directs the kitchen with great enthusiasm. Young and determined, it's clear that his kitchen staff enjoy his culinary leadership while creating mouth-watering dishes. The food is delivered in waves to also keep the temperature warm and flavors bursting on your taste buds.
I am basically in charge of making sure the orders get done, making sure that the kitchen's clear, making sure that the system that's put in place is going as it should be. And also my role is to manage the business, like for instance manage the waiters, some of the chefs as well, making sure the food goes out to the right tables, making sure the flavors is on point.
This restaurant is adorned by the concept of serving small portions to share, a gesture that also impressed the judges.
It's packed, it's funky, again it's small plates, flavors. This restaurant definitely has a very diverse menu. There's definitely enough that you can choose from without getting bored. And that's what's so great about those kind of menus, is that when the chef can see a customer really not ordering that and it's not becoming a signature dish, we change up. Determination and innovation is what this restaurant is about. You know that when it's winter, you've got your winter flavors. You've got your truffles and you've got your fungi and your mushrooms and something more richer, because that's what this restaurant delivers, are the sauces and that. And then you can have a nice balance. And then in spring, you've got all the ceviches and the tiger milks and all those delicious flavors that just add zing and zest to your palate.
Even though they look like small special treats, what makes them intricately exclusive?
Would you like tasting this for me and tell me what do you think?
All right,
Because
let me do that.
This is the first one. This is nice and fresh, right? Nice and summer.
Your restaurant seems to be all about share.
It's all about sharing and it's all about adding that little bit of character. Because like if me and you, for instance, make an example, we come on a date. Like me and you eating out of the same bowl, you get what I'm saying?
We are bonding, right?
You get what I'm saying? It's gonna add to what we're planning, or you know what I mean?
I
to
get
have, you know? A complete meal for a chef is making sure that from start to bottom, it's amazing. So because like you're only as good as your last plate, which is be this one, the dessert. So we always push to try and be better. Today we could be giving 100%, but tomorrow we want to do 120%. And that's how we see it as a winning for us. And the final touch is the little bit of love that you put in there, because like cooking comes from love. You get what I'm saying? There's so much love for that. If me cooking this and sending it out to the table, sitting there, seeing them eat, making you smile, it makes me feel very good.
And of course, the best judges are the foodies and guests. Here's their experience.
I really enjoyed it here today. I think the fact that the waiters and the individuals in the kitchen that came out and they explained the different dishes to us, they explained to us how they went about building it, and just the overall mix of the wine and the gastronomy was just really enjoyable.
I think the quality of the products used, the styling of the food, the flavor elements, it's exceptional and it's of a very high standard, so it's definitely something to experience.
I think it's definitely the attention to detail and I think the effort of all the staff involved, and it makes just to have that experience lifted so much more. It's yeah, for a customer here, we definitely want to come back.
I think the diversity that it provides to everyone that visits the restaurant. I mean, just being here today, we see different people coming, different types of food. I mean, the vegetarian dishes is one of my favorites. So it doesn't matter if you like your meat or you like your mushrooms, you can come here and they can do it for you.
As 4 new categories, including trailblazers in the culinary industry of South Africa, are recognized at the awards, we wish all the restaurants the greatest of luck. Hey Trendz, we are exploring the beautiful capital city of Rwanda. And as you know, we're always doing the most in getting you the best art, entertainment, and lifestyle news in and around the continent. And right now, I'm here at a beautiful art center called the Neo Art Center. And I'm here to speak to someone who knows all about why it is as exceptional as it is. How are you doing?
I'm good, and you?
I'm well, thank you. Tell us a bit about the Neo Art Center. What is it?
Oh, the New Art Center is a center collection of the artists. We have 17 artists. They are very professionals from the region, actually. It's kind of East African artists. We have 17. We have some from Uganda, Tanzania, Kenya, Ethiopia, and Burundi as well.
So how did this collection come about? What inspired this place to be what it is?
Oh, the founder of the gallery, Pacific Singer, has been in a lot of galleries, and he has explored the world, traveled a lot, and actually he wanted to give back to the artists and community in that way. So that's what motivated him to create this gallery, and he tried to make us get it here. So yeah, we started in 2014 actually. We are almost 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how do you get to the selection of these 17 artists that are doing all these amazing works that we're seeing here?
Oh, some of them we've been working together in the other gallery before we started this one, and they did their studies in art. Yeah, they did a study in art. Some have done the university. They have the university degree. Some have the secondary degree. Yeah, but yeah, they're professionals. So we select them according to their professionalism. Yeah, you have to have your uniqueness in style, and if you're doing your thing in a unique way and you're consistent, then you're professional. We select you.
I'm Olivier Kwitonda. I'm an artist from Kigali, Rwanda, and I started painting in 2010, and that was after my high school, and I knew that I got talent of drawing since I was a kid, like in a primary 3. And after closing my high school, that's when I said, let me develop my talent. I joined this place in 2019. And 2019 I was doing my solo exhibition away, and then we met, and then they liked my pieces, and then they said that you can be part of us, and then I also liked the idea because they have an organization that supports orphan kids with school materials, with school fees, and then any sales from here, there is a percentage that goes to the organization. And then I loved the idea, and then I said I can join, and then we are working together.
When it comes to the creative economy, is this a lucrative business? Are people from here actually buying into the art?
Actually, the Rwandan people, they're not too good in buying the art parts. But here is a country that promotes the tourism. We have a lot of tourists coming on, and we are doing some sales. We do some sales to the tourists, yeah, that are coming. So it's a nice business, and we're doing what we like. It's a passion. So without selling, we do art. Yeah.
Why are you using this specific medium?
I use this specific medium because I found it really unique, and it gives a kind of different form of art with it gives a textured artwork, and later I don't finalize my artworks like this. Like you can see, it looks very realistic, but later I have my own way of finalizing it, putting into that a bit of semi-abstract, semi-realistic artworks, and that gives an attention to the viewers.
Many people use paintbrushes, but I'm seeing you're using, I don't know what this thing is. What is it?
This is, it's called a palette knife. A palette knife, this is a palette, and then this is a palette knife.
So you don't use a paintbrush?
I only take a paintbrush when I'm sketching.
Okay.
Yeah, and then later I use this. This is my really favorite tool when I'm working. Yeah, that it gives those textures, and then it brings a bit of like, if you mean, you can call it a 3D artworks, and then it gives me more attentionally when I'm working.
What do you look forward to in terms of like where you want to take your artworks in the future?
Personally, I'd love in the future to see my artworks maybe hanged in the different museums, art museums worldwide, and yeah, I look forward for that.
Well, there you go, Trendz. That is, of course, Olivier, showing us the ins and outs of why this place is as great as it is. And, of course, giving us a thing or two about, what's this tool called again?
A palette knife.
Yes, the palette knife. Don't say I didn't plug you, but trendy.
Well, traveler, that's all we had for this week. Let's meet again next week, same time, same place. Until then, keep traveling safe.